Okay, the parts have come in for the CP90, CP900, I think it was, the Hitachi. That ghetto blaster that you could remove the tape decks and the tuner. Well, we've looked at the unit initially. I fixed the tuner other than the volume control on that. I had to get belts for the tape decks. The belts have come in. So let's just see whether they're going to work or not. And I can tell you right now, the counter belt I couldn't get. I got one, but it doesn't fit. It's too thick. So I'll have to leave that one out. But let's check the rest out. I received a package. These should be the replacement belts for the ones that were misplaced by Canada Post. Let's just see what we got sent here. Look, here's the belts. It's even taped them inside the envelope and they still managed to lose them the last time. Okay, so we got the new belts that's for these Walkmans that go with that Hitachi unit. So we're going to replace them. All the belts here. I got an SBS 3.4, an SBS 4.0, and an SBS 4.5 were the three sizes I ordered, 2 of each. So we'll start with the playback only machine, and we'll start with that one and see whether this one will work. Make the customer happy that owns this. I already did the tuner. We got the IC in for the tuner as that arrived last time, and that fixed the tuner, but the volume knob is shot on it. And at this point I have not been able to locate one. I forget what came out on this to take this apart. I guess it's these screws here. But anyway, we're going to replace the belts and see if the unit works. And this is only like part 3 of probably be one more part, because even if the tape decks work, I don't know whether the rest of the unit works or not. So that may be just put into yet another video. I think that one's going to come out, that screw. Okay, that's the base off of it. Now I got to flip up the board so that I can see where the belts go. Remove that screw, and there's one more screw here. And now this lifts up out of the way, so we can access the belts. That's a 3.4 or 4. Okay, that's definitely smaller than a 4. It's going to be a 3.4. This is going to be a 3.4. The 4 is, I think, for the counter. That's one belt down. This goes around the belt main pulley here, around the motor. I was thinking, suspicion these belts are going to be too thick, because the one that came out of there was much thinner than this, but these are the thinnest belts that I could find. Like, here's a belt for the counter. goes around here and it goes around. There's a small pulley on the bottom of the counter. I got that belt on. It fits. It turns the counter. You see the counter turning. Whether that's, I mean, it fits it, but it's not the right belt, obviously. But it's what I was able to get. The problem with a lot of this obsolete equipment is that the parts aren't available. You can't get them. And we try to get what we can, but all this stuff is getting harder and harder to get parts for. You can't blame the suppliers because nobody wants to carry dead inventory that they'll basically have to eat. What I'm concerned about is when I put this cover back on, whether that belt is just a little bit too thick and it's going to drag. And that's what I don't know. Gotta get this cover back in. The counter belt's too thick. It won't stay on for sure because it just popped off. Rewind works. Fast forward was working, but I guess it's now stuck because the counter belt's sticking. There, turning there. And the capsule's turning. When I press play, it does not engage in play. It's not engaging the mechanism. I gotta pull this other belt out because obviously I'm not gonna be able to do anything for the counters. The belts are just too thick, and these are the thinnest ones that I can get. But I do need to get that mechanism working, and the mechanism right now is not. Disconnect power. When I press the play button, it should engage this mechanical cam assembly to bring the head into position, but it's not popping into position, whether there's a spring that's off or something that's jammed. It's not this should snap into position so that when the motor turns, which is here, this belt here, this pulley, when the motor turns, it should engage this cam that will bring the heads into position, but this is not rotating. When you press the play button, this should get released. I was in Best Buy today I haven't been in there for, I think since I got this camera that I'm using, which was like 5 years ago. They don't have any video cameras now. They have some Polaroid cameras, and I think they had about 3 point and shoot type cameras, but they had nothing else. It's like, wow, I haven't been in that store in so long, and there's not much in it anymore. Mostly cell phones and TVs and small appliances and stuff. Not much in stereo gear. Only had like 2 or 3 receivers and a couple turntables, but nothing else. No CD players, no DVD. It actually should advance forward. So this spring pushing down on here should release this and cause it to turn into the loading position, but it's not. So I'll pull the other one apart and change the belts on it and take a look at the mechanism and see if there's anything that's out of alignment. This one, the tape counter, is actually this one that the tape counter is broken on. Well, I'm not too worried about the tape counter because we know that that's not going to work with the belts that I've got. They're just too thick for what is needed for this. Even this one, it sticks. What the heck? This is supposed to turn into position, and when this pulley that's got no belt on it turns, it's supposed to thread or load the head. but it's not. It's like it's not going into position. It's the same. There, now it does. See, now when I move this lever over, it did. This is what it's supposed to do. It goes up and loads. Then when I press stop over here, it will release this back like that. When I press play, this is supposed to advance, but it's not. Now, wait a minute. It might be because there's, you know what? I think there's a lever that prevents it from doing it when there's no tape. Now that I think about it, there's a button or a pin that gets pressed over here when there's a tape in position. I think it's that lever right there. Yeah, that's what it is. I forgot all about that. Anyway, this is the part. Let's thread the new belts on here that I've got. I think the last time I had this part I discovered that there was a catch on there too, but I just totally forgot about that. Get this belt in place. There we go, and then the other belt I've got over here. Okay, I'll just reattach this other wire where it goes, and I think it was right down to here. I'm going to heat up my soldering iron. We'll put that one in. Okay, I got the wire reattached. We'll put the mechanism back in. Okay, when I press down, if I hold this down, whoops, hold that down, there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. It turns on, stops, goes into fast forward, goes into rewind. I'll plug this into my amplifier and see if I get any sound. Alright, let's see. If I pull this lever back and hit play. Only one channel. Only one channel playing. Okay, well, better than nothing, right? Just touch the head with it. Oh yeah, I got sound on both channels. It's just, it's the volume controls. Let's spray some cleaner in there. Still pretty bad. Try to get some more cleaner in there, see what happens. Alright, I sprayed some more cleaner in. I think the control is about as good as I'm going to get it. Speed-wise, it sounds okay. I'm going to say that this one's okay. This one's good. So let's throw this one back together. And I'll put the other one back together and see if it works as well. I'll say I can't do anything about the tape counters because I don't have the right belt. So I'm just going to put them back where they were. This one's actually come right apart. The the double-sided tape that they used to hold it together, it's failed. Over to the right, and yep. I think my batteries are dead. It's getting slow. I better recharge those ones. Cheap Sunbeam rechargeable batteries. But we do have the power supply here, so I can connect that in here, and we should hear something when I just tap that on. Okay, so that one works. We'll check the fast forward and rewind as well. It will. It will. But we'll do it anyway. Rewind, you can see it spinning. And fast forward, you can see it spinning. And play. So, this one is done. One down, one to complete. I'll just put the battery compartment on that one and put it away. And now we'll deal with the other one. Let's try it without the tape in. Okay, lights up and it looks like it's working. The motor's turning. So let's just put that tape back in and pull the lever over and press play. And it does go into play. Let's grab the audio cable, plug it in. Okay, I don't hear any sound. Might be the control is bad on this one too. More than likely the control is bad. I don't hear any hum or anything. What do you bet that control is bad? This may have other problems, this machine, this deck may have other problems. Let's put the scope on and see if I've got any audio getting to the control. I think I have audio. I have audio there. Okay. What if I what if I just short the control like I did on the tuner? Will I get sound if I short the control? Yeah, okay. So we get another bad control. I don't know whether it's going to clean or not. I guess I can try giving it a shot of cleaner. See whether this control will come back. It may, it may not. We may have to try to find another control. Try is the word, because I don't know where to get one from. I'm certainly not going to go to some place like DigiKey and pay $30 for a control, if they even had it. I'll try cleaning it. We'll take it apart, take the knob off the top, and just flood it with cleaner and see whether it starts to work. Otherwise, I'm just going to bridge it like I did on the other one, and it'll be bridged. I'm taking the control apart so that I can get cleaner right into it. Alright, let's see if I get sound now, otherwise I'm just going to bridge those controls and be done with it. Yeah, the control's shot. Control is foobar. So we'll bridge it. Alright, jumpers are in, and the unit is playing. So, now it's time to put this one together. That's all I can do on here right now. Without replacement volume controls for both the tuner and this deck, there's nothing really more I can do. It's playing, it's got new belts in it. The counter doesn't work because I couldn't get the right belt for the counter, but the other belts are good. So I'm going to throw this one back together, and then what we'll do is we'll do another video on the actual boom box itself, because I don't know whether that works or not. I mean, it probably doesn't, the way that this thing has been going with everything that's been going wrong here. Every component has had problems. Belts on the tape decks and the IC on the tuner. So there's a good chance that the other unit has also got faults. But we're making progress. It's, you know, it wasn't working before, and now it is. So I'll throw that unit back together, and then we'll do a final little test to make sure that it's working. And then I'll close this one off, and we'll pick it up when I get onto the next one. Rewind. Fast forward. Play. Okay, I don't think I can do any more on this right now. The playback machine works, the other deck works as well, and I'm going to say thanks for watching right now. This one's done. We'll pick this one up again when I get onto the base unit, the Ghetto Blaster side of things, and we'll see how things work once I get to that state. So I'll say thanks for watching now. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.